welcome back to another fun time movie stream. Leave it to my internet to start dying right as I start trying to stream again. Thanks, weather. It's been all stormy and windy all day. I was hoping to clear up by now, but unfortunately not. Although, I hope all of you who heard my intro music enjoyed it, as that is my brand new Phoebe themey. We're gonna be going ahead and using for the next foreseeable future. It was made by the awesome Nick Doe. He's made a lot of songs for a lot of my homies and stuff like that. Hello, everybody. Hello, Anti-Fashion Action. Hey, Michael-chan, Tina Gob. Hello, The Last Shogun. I see a lot of returning face. This is nice to see you all. Sorry if things look a little scrunkly. The internet's not liking me right now, currently. It's doing its best. But hey, we have very exciting stuff to talk about. The brand new Starfinder 2E playtest has come out with the new Mechanic and Technomancer for 2nd edition, which I am extremely excited for. I'm not gonna lie, I did cheat a little and look early at what all the stuff does, at least for the Mechanic. I wanted to leave the Technomancer a little bit of a surprise for me. And I just have to say, it is so heckin' cool. I love the Mechanic so much. In a Kane game right now. Ooh, isn't that the made by the same guy who's made Kill 6 billion demons and a goblin with a fat ass and all that stuff like that? Hi, Jason. Welcome back. Aw, thank you. Scronkly. Yeah, no, my stream's kind of fucky right now. I'm doing my best. Weather's kind of shitting on my entire life right now. But yeah, no, Technomancer and Mechanic. I like I said earlier, I love the Mechanic. It's just I was confused about how they would make it different from rude. I was confused about how they're gonna make it different from the Pathfinder Tweet Inventor, but it seems like they've done a really good job differentiating the two and also making them feel really, really good. Hey, your new mechanic? Yes! The new mechanic class for Starfinder 2 is here. Thank you for the head pat. As also Screamer, I get it. It's not supposed to be scuffed though, like literally. It's just because the internet's being fucky because I have satellite internet and it's fucking terrible weather out right now. I hate that it does this. Like, my stream is showing that I'm dropping every other frame. Like, why? Like, what else could you have? Annoying. Hey, Athleta. I'm problem with being a short goblin. Get affected more by high winds. Please to Pathfinder money. Why are my dice still untextured? Like, where'd the texture on them go? It's weird. A lot of fuck shit going on this stream right now. I'm sorry. Not bad weather. Mods, eat Heflito. Consume him. That's funny hearing you talk about Technomancer because I was putting together a Google Sheets character sheet for TTRPG Shadowrun and I was working on the Technomancer section earlier. I've heard nothing but awesome things about the Shadowrun setting and nothing but horrible things about the Shadowrun rules. So, like, I have very mixed feelings about Shadowrun. I just have to be on the day where I'm going to do really cool, fun time, like, streaming shit for, like, something I really care about that decides to fuck off. Like, ugh, I'm annoyed. Anyways, we'll try to get through it. Really big. Oh, there we go. Rude. Like, realistically, I should be having good internet right now. It's just the fucking... I don't know why my bitrate's going crazy. Oh, very honor amount of D6s. Thank you so much for the sub. Continue Warlock. And finally, I haven't heard bad things about Shadowrun setting. It's a cool setting, though. I haven't. I've only heard people be like, wow, this setting's great. I haven't even heard much about the setting itself. I just hear people be like, this is the coolest thing ever. Don't play it. That's literally every conversation I have with people who play Shadowrun normally. Yeah, the racism. Oh, there, but dance. But the benefit of making a Google character sheet is that it handles majority of the math for you, streamlining play. Man, if I have to go out of my way to go and make a weird, janky ass sheet on Google Sheets just to play a tabletop game, I don't think it's worth it. That's my personal opinion. Like, my internet's not even bad right now. Like, ugh. Why am I dropping so many frames? I don't get it. I fuck up my... Oh? Thank you so much for that Prime sub. I know about Shadowrun is that dragon was present once. I've heard that they're like all the CEOs are dragons. Question. I think it's last. I'm gonna try and close my stuff on started. Hello? Hello? Are we live again? Hello? Did it work? Does it seem to be working? How's it working for you guys? Does it look good? My OBS is seeing no bad stuff happening. We're back. Let's go! We win. We're winning. Always winning. All right. Thank you so much, Mirror Wolf. It's time for the technology. Yes, it is. All right. Now we have everything great. We can actually go go to the actual thing I care about. Hey, Eloise. Here. Actually, let me fix my YouTube chat bot. There we go. Alrighty, nighty. We're off. Move over to the actual now. I see. All right. Go. Loud intro. Yeah, no, I have zero control over the volume of that because OBS sucks and has no way to control the volume of your stingers. We're back. Yes, everybody who was here before, can you please refresh the page just to make sure it shows that you all exist? I'm gonna go make a little pin message so you guys going at. Nice. There we go. All right, we're good. We're Gucci. Let's fucking do this. So, this new tech class playtest is full of a bajillion awesome things. And by that I mean 2 classes and a single equipment, which I think is hilarious. Thank you so much for the 100 biddies. It's only 100 biddies the last time I watched. Wow. Thank you. And this has 2 awesome classes, the Mechanic and the Technomancer inside of it, as well as a couple new spells that go alongside them, a bunch of new construct options for you to pick for your mechanic, as well as a single new equipment. The background music, yeah. Wasn't sure if you guys wanted to listen to anything. I guess we can. This isn't the right mood. This isn't a good vibe. Where's my sci-fi metal? There we go. Is that too quiet, too loud? Which class comes with alien wrenches? I'd assume the mechanic would. We're gonna start off with the rat. This is the iconic for the I almost said Necromancer. Mechanic Twig. He's a little scrunky rat boy. We're here for the nitty gritty. As you can see, it is an 8 HP class with int as its key attribute. Yes, rat. It's expert in fortitude and reflex, train in will, expert in perception starting off. Necromancer's a good class name, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's from Borderlands 2. It's the Gauge lady. Oh, Allen wrenches, alien wrenches. What's the difference in the setting? That's fair. You start off trained in crafting and computers, and you get a number equal to 2 plus your intelligence modifier, so it's gonna be a lot of skills. And you're trained in simple, martial, and unarmored attacks, trained in light and medium armor, and trained in your class DC. We're getting max. I want them to in ship rook. Ship rules. I mean, but yeah, no. I don't know. I really like mech stuff, and since Jenny is now, I think like the design director, creative director, I don't remember which one it was. Starfinder 2E, she should probably put mechs in there at some point because she loves them a lot. So is Doctor Who a Technomancer or Witch Warp? I say Witch Warp. He's a time paradox guy, which is what Witch Warpers are all about. I love all these flavor text stuffs. Just be a weird, huge nerd. We all pilot mechs down here. During combat encounters, you use your Exocortex to control remote mines, set up a turret in key positions, or command a drone to fight for you. You're always ready with the right tactics and gear at the right time, and you alter your gear at a moment's notice to tackle any type of foe or situation. Next, I remember my first time Bradford was made Zoids for D&D 3E. Have you seen, there's a new tabletop game, I think it's either new or it's coming out, that is, inspired by Zoids and stuff? I think it's called Auto Steed. It's like Zoids and Horizon Zero Dawn E. I'm really into it. Yeah, I think it's Auto Steed Neon Badlands. I think it has a Kickstarter. Yeah, during social encounters, you might think things through before speaking, bring up specific details that others might miss, or talk to your drone like an asocial weirdo. I like that option the most, personally. While exploring, you position yourself to make the best use of your gear, especially your Exocortex. Always considering where you might place your mines, turrets, and or drones to have the greatest impact. In downtime, you craft new gear, upgrade your equipment, practice new skills, or retrain into the skills and abilities most relevant to your current situation. You talk to your walking vibrator. I'm not Melly, okay? You might carry extra gear to cover different situations, have a unique way of interacting with technological creatures and devices, or enjoy finding unexpected uses for your equipment. Others probably take note of how much attention you give your Exocortex and other gear, to understand how all your devices work, or get confused when you customize your gear in new ways. Or assume that you know best when it comes to strange tech, which you probably do. Starting off, we have our normal everything, like from ancestry and backgrounds to your attribute boosts on your normal proficiencies. And now we get to move on to our custom rig. Your custom rig is a specialized toolkit called a custom rig, which only weighs a single bulk, counts as both a commercial repair toolkit and any one of the following toolkits. Your choice: a commercial hacking toolkit, a commercial infiltrator's toolkit, or a commercial maker's toolkit. Stinky is live early. I am not Stinky, but yes, I am live a little early. Much your own detriment, apparently, as my internet is dying for some reason. You can use a custom rig with one hand if you're wearing it, or two hands if you're holding it. Whenever you purchase one of the listed toolkits, or a higher grade version of one of the listed toolkits, you can spend 10 minutes integrating that toolkit into your custom rig. If you do so, your custom rig gains the properties of the toolkit. However, that does not increase the bulk of your custom rig, and it cannot be sold or used by any other creatures other than you. And with your custom toolkit, you can go ahead and get access to the Modify action. If you are wearing or holding your custom rig for a single action, you can go and interact to draw, retrieve, or swap an item, then add one of the mods listed below to the item. This item remains modded until you start your next turn, but the effect ends early if you use Modify again, or if the item is destroyed or leaves your possession. When you modify an item, you can apply one of the following effects of your choice, called a mod, or any other mod you know. Some mods can only be applied to items or specific types of items, with certain traits. These requirements are listed in the parentheses. The selected mod lasts as long as your item is in your modded item. Big Boom. We get 5 big booms in chat for my exploding fucking internet. Big Boom, if you use on a grenade or area weapon, gives you an increase the item's radius by 5 feet if it's a burst, by 5 feet if it's a cone, or 10 feet if it's a line. Bunker Buster, if it's a grenade or weapon, can make it bypass 5 hardness, or if it's a raising weapon or grenade, hardness equal to 5 plus its raising value. Storms and cloud cover prompt style internet. Yes! Yes, it is. It's very cloudy, windy, and rainy all day. Thank you for all the booms in chat on YouTube. At least you guys are goofy with me. Incapacitant. You can swap live ammo for dummy rounds with a grenade or weapon, and it gets a non-lethal trait. You can, just, whenever you want, just one action, add non-lethal to your weapon. Which is really nice. Levitators. You activate powerful magnets in your armor that propel you off the ground. You get a base land speed, which gives you hover. Hover being letting you just float off the ground a couple of inches, letting you usually ignore any type of greater difficult terrain or difficult terrain caused by weird ground, but you're not actually flying, you're going a little bit off the ground. I was looking for the fireball. And you have long-range propulsors. If you have a grenade or ranged weapon, you increase the range by 10 feet if it's a grenade, or range increment by 30 feet if it's a ranged weapon. And then troubleshoot. If it's an item, your drone, or your turret, you quickly recalibrate a malfunctioning item, reducing its glitching value by 1. I have the head pad and the hydrate. Yes, or hazardous terrain, that too. Now, speaking of grenades, I do want to say, sorry for the flashing light. All the way at the bottom, you will see, at the bottom of the playtest on the last page, that's not credits, right here in the little corner, the equipment section, which is just a single grenade. Now, if you'll notice the numbers on this single grenade, you will see that its damage does more than it did back in the original playtest. Just zoom in on it real quick. First radius of 5 feet at level 1 with a damage of 1d8. Then at level 2, 10 feet of range, 2d8. Level 4, 10-foot burst, 3d8. Level 10, 15-foot burst, 8d8. 12, 15-foot burst, 10d8. 16, 20-foot burst, 12d8. And the 19, 20 feet radius, 14d8 damage. How is it? And what have we seen so far? I'm doing okay despite the internet. And what you've seen so far is just the beginning basic proficiencies of the mechanic. And what we're going over right now is it appears they've increased the base damage and burst stuff of grenades because they had a lot of bad feedback maybe during the playtest of how they're not doing enough damage for what they are. And this new zappy grenade can cause, what's it called? Tech items and tech creatures, if they crit fail their saving throw, to make them glitch as well. The glitching scales to the grenade. As you can see, starting glitching 1, then glitching 2 at level 12, then glitching 3 at level 19. So this might be, based on, well, I guess depending on how this playtest goes with the damage of this grenade specific, this might be how grenades are damage-wise going forward. Which is quite a lot. A good bit. But I'm here for it. Just go back up to the top. Beware of flashing lights as it goes scrolling up. Right back up to our Exocortex. Our Exocortex is your subclass, for the most part. You get to choose whether you want it to be a bunch of mines, a drone, or a turret you place down. Internet issue sucks, you know, it's causing it. Yes! just like the wind and cloud cover and all that stuff. I have satellite internet, so it fucks with it. Yeah, it turns out, well, you have Dustin, one of the designers in chat right now. Turns out level 19 characters want more for 50,000 credits, which is entirely fair because that's a lot of dollar. Starting out with the drone Exocortex, you get a dog. A cool robot dog. It could be a man. It doesn't have to be a dog, but I think it's a dog. Only drone types are going to be listed down at page 16. We'll get to that later. You can control your drone with your thoughts at a range of up to 150 feet, because it's Exocortex, it's part of your, it's like your brain thingy, huh? If your drone is ever beyond your range of control, it can't perform any action. During your daily preparations, you automatically repair your drone, restoring it to max HP even if it's been destroyed. You can further customize and advance your drone by taking feats. You can spend additional time directing your drone for more complex actions. You can spend 2 actions on your command instead of 1 when commanding your drone, which then gives it an additional action, which is 3 actions instead of 2 normally. Gnomes are eating your cables, listen. Yeah, a modify can take just 1 action and no skill check to remove glitching by 1, yes. Or do a bunch of other cool things, like expand radius, expand range, stuff like that. And there's also going to be more feats that expand what you can do with your modify later on we'll get to. Thank you, Buddy Melancholy, for the follow. Defense out glass? Yes, it can be. I know you said mime, but I heard mime. I mean, you can paint them to look like clowns if you want, like weird French clowns. You know, you get a cool drone. It's like an animal companion, kind of. It's more of like a construct companion from the inventor, but a little bit different. They have less base stats-wise, at least for attacks and stuff like that, I believe, as the normal ones do. However, you can equip them with guns and shit like that, as well as other different modifications, which are really cool, in my opinion, via feats and other stuff. And you automatically can spend 2 actions to give your weird dog 3 actions and stuff like that. And it's like a dog, exactly. Now you're getting it. My personal favorite part is during a day of preparations, you can just fix it up to max HP even if it exploded. Even if it doesn't the same work, you should be like, beep, boop, boop, it's done, and you fix it. So when you wake up. You also get access to 2 new modify actions if you are next to your drone. Clown Bomb, yeah. Or Clown Poison if you like Treasure Vaults from Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Get your Clown Monarch on. It makes you do a bunch of silly pratfalls infinitely. Also, if I have a little lisp, I'm sorry, I bit the fuck on my tongue earlier. That's a repair if you are next to your drone. You go ahead and give it temp HP equal to your level plus your intelligence modifier. Or Killbot, which is my personal favorite one. Your drone gets a +2 bonus to your damage rolls. If your drone strikes deal more than 1 weapon damage dice, its bonus increases by 2 per weapon damage dice to a maximum of D8. I mean, a +8 if you have 4 weapon damage. This is Muse, thank you for the follow. And it just goes over Robot Companions again, what we just talked about. Robot Companion has construct immunity stuff like normal, so immune to bleed, death effects, disease, doom, drain, fatigued, healing, mental, non-lethal, paralyzed, poison, sicken, spirit, vitality, and void damage. And then, but it has weakness to electricity equal to half your level. Half-Life Pro Tip makes your mind look like first aid kits. I feel like that's a war crime. 98% sure that's a war crime right there. But also, on top of everything, your robot companion begins with 1 commercial customization of your choice, and it can get even more through feats as you go in level. Mines! I really fuck with the mines a lot. I don't, like, I really like these. I think they're really cool and goofy. Like, I can definitely see, like, a scrunkly goblin just laying mines all over a battlefield. Instead of having a drone or a turret, your Exocortex manages a network of mines. You deploy these mines with the deploy mine action and activate them with the detonate mine action/reaction. Your mines are shielded and can't detonate from taking damage. The DC to disable your mine is equal to your class DC. You can collect an adjacent deployed and undetonated mine in a single action, storing it alongside your other prepared mines in your custom rig. During your daily preparations, you can create a number of mines equal to 2 plus your intelligence modifier, which is also your maximum number of mines you're allowed to have. If below your maximum number, you can craft new mines using your custom rig. For every 10 minutes you spend in exploration mode, you regain 2 mines. This does not prevent you from participating in other exploration activities. So you just get mines back for free, kind of like how the alchemist gets back their versatile vials and stuff for free. You can store all your mines in your custom rig with no increase to its bulk. So you just have like a 1 bulk backpack. It helps you modify a bunch of stuff, and then fill it with like 8 mines. It's 2 plus your level, right? 2 plus your intelligence modifier. So it's 2 starting out with 4. That should be 6 starting out, and then up to a maximum of 7, like 9, which isn't bad. Implying that Phoebe can't see a Skrunkly Goblin using any class spell. Listen, I can, but I can see it even more Skrunkly and more Goblin-y for the mine mechanic. And then the deploy mine is 1 up to 2 actions, and it costs a single mine. You deploy a mine, planting it in an adjacent square and priming for detonation for 1 action. However, if you increase it for 2 actions, you can deploy the mine up to 30 feet away in an occupied square. The stream's starting at the right time, by the way. I've been raring to start a sci-fi campaign, and this sounds so cool. It is a really cool game. It's science fantasy, so it's not just sci-fi. It has a good mix of fantasy in there as well. They kind of go hand in hand, intermingle and stuff like that. Like, there's a spell to cause a nuclear explosion alongside spells that, like, can call your friend through their their little exo communicator thingy. I love it. But I just listen to this. Like, you can increase the number of actions to spend deploy the mine to 2 actions and plant the mine in an occupied square within 30 feet. Occupied square. You can just put the mine inside of some enemy's trousers and just have them sit there. You got what have we missed? We just talked about the basics of the mechanics so far. Haven't gotten through a whole lot of it yet. We're talking about the second subclass, deploy, like the mine one, where you just deploy mines and then explode them all over the place. Kind of like area control type stuff. We already talked about the drone one, which gives you a cool animal companion like drone that is very customizable and really cool. 9 gives some cobalt energy. I think it gives cool goblin energy, but I think cobalt also works with it. You can also use Pathfinder content like 500 toads. Yes, they are cross-compatible. Oh, no, not your pants. Yeah, look down. Your pants are full of mines. And you have 2 different modifications you'll have to use. You can modify one of your deployed mines at a range of 30 feet, modding the mine as if it were a grenade, or with the new mods. So you have all the other ones earlier, so the ones that increase the damage, the ones that increase the radius, so like that. However, you have Smart Mine. You program your mines with rudimentary virtual intelligence, allowing them to avoid damage to specific targets. You can select one target within 60 feet of you. The target is excluded from the area of all mines you detonate, and at 5th level, it instead selects 2 targets that are immune. So you can just decide to not have your friends explode, but then blow up all your enemies, which I really love stuff like that. Or a targeting mine. Your mine's proximity sensors enable you to pinpoint creatures in range, increase the mine's damage by an amount equal to your intelligence modifier. So you get a slight damage boost. Then you have Detonate Mine. Detonate Mine as a single action or as a reaction. I'll talk about what that means soon. Good evening. It sounds like you're just handling something of mine and saying it's a gift type action. Yeah, it's like, here you go. And they're like, oh. It's like ASCF movie. Here, hold this. Okay. Thanks. You just take it back. You have 500 weird alien toads. I imagine they have 3 eyes. But yeah, Detonate Mine is a single action. At a moment's thought, you trigger a detonation of your mine you deploy within 100 feet of you, causing it to explode in a 10-foot burst. This mine deals 2d6 fire damage or piercing damage based on the damage type you selected when the mine was deployed. Creatures in the area can attempt a basic reflex against your class DC. However, you can also detonate the mine as a reaction with the following trigger. A creature enters or leaves a square within the burst area of a mine you have deployed. So you know you can put them in like people's spaces at the start whenever you feel like it as like a single action. So like you can just fill their pants with mines. Like you use 3 actions. If you're next to somebody, just put 3 actions to put a bunch of mines in their pants. And then just hope they don't try to run and then explode it all over yourself and them. Or of course you just, you know, 2 action mine some guy and then shoot a guy, and then the next next time their turn starts, they just try to rock away and explode violently into a mine. PF classes are going to be fun as well. I can't wait to see a rogue and Starfinder taking all the pilot feats. No, for real. I love the pilot stuff in 1E, so I hope it's really cool in 2E. And at 3rd level and every 2 levels afterwards, the damage scales by 1d6. So it starts at 2d6, and then the scales all the way up to, I believe, 12d6? I'm bad at math. No, that's too many 6s. I don't know how to do math. What is 10 5 12d6? There's a snake in my boot. Huh? That's a mine. I found the source of the mysterious ticking. It's a pipe bomb. Oh god, you can put turret in their pants. Oh, there's a feat later on that allows you to reaction to blow multiple mines at once. There is! I'll tell you, I read all the mechanic earlier because I love the mechanic stuff so much. There is, don't worry. Oh boy. There is a feat to let you just blow up multiple mines. And if someone's inside the burst area of multiple mines at once, they take more damage. Just surround a man with mines and force him to walk the plank. I love it. And then we have the turret. Give him a gun. The turret is a little deployable turret that you can deploy and collapse inside of your custom rig when not in use. You can only deploy 1 turret, and your turret retains its current HP when stored in your custom rig. It occupies a 5-foot square and provides lesser cover. You can take cover behind the turret. Once deployed, you can fire the turret remotely if you are within 100 feet of the turret as a ranged strike originating from the turret's location. The turret has its own targeting sensors, including dark vision, and doesn't rely on your vision, which I love it the most. Like, literally, I really like the fact that it is just its own thing. Like, I just really like the fact that if I don't have dark vision, which I will because I'm a goblin, but if I don't, if I'm playing a sneaky human, it'll shoot for me. Your turret uses your multiple attack penalty and attack modifier, but it also is a commercial ranged martial weapon with 2 upgrade slots. You can improve your turret, making it tactical or better, following the same rules for improving weapons and stuff. I can't talk, I'm sorry, my tongue hurts. Your turret's upgrade slots are located on your custom rig rather than the turret itself, and you are automatically remotely installed on any turret you deploy. Your turret has an expend of 0 and does not require ammo. It's already better than most guns, and I love it. This is what I wanted. Please don't change this, Paizo. Don't make my turret reload, I'll cry. Really, it's Torbjorn? Yes, it is! Its level is equal to your level. Its AC is equal to your mechanic class DC, and its hardness equal to half your level rounded up. It has trained proficiency in reflex and fortitude saves, using your intelligence modifier to calculate these bonuses. It has 6 HP plus the number of HP equal to 2 plus your intelligence modifier for each level you have. So it's around 6 plus 6 every level until you scale up your intelligence, obviously. As someone who's only played Pathfinder 1E, it sounds like a fusion of alchemist and someone with crack. Yes, it is! There's a lot of crack! You have a turret grenade launcher? Not really. It has its own set damage types we'll get to. Its broken threshold is equal to half its HP. Run it down. During your daily preparations, you automatically repair your turret, restoring it to maximum HP. However, if your turret is destroyed, next time you deploy a turret, you deploy a repaired turret with maximum HP. But like I said earlier, you can only have one turret deployed at a time. So if your turret gets destroyed, you just kind of plop your custom rig down and just plop out another turret. Like, oh no, it broke. What am I gonna do? Boink. At level 5, your turret's hardness increases to 10. Level 10, it goes to 15. And it also gets reflexes and fortitude saves increased to expert at 15. It gets hardness increased to 20, and proceed ranks in reflex and fortitude increased to master. Hey, Lucky, what's good? We're talking about the mechanic. We're just finishing up the basic subclasses of it. The mines, drones, and now the turret. You are Torbjorn. Come get your armor. Dinger dinger Hergen. Like I said before, it has its own custom damage types and stuff it can do. It's all 1d8 damage, but the damage type and the range of it and the traits of it depend on what type of thing you decide to pick. When you unleash your turret, you get to pick one of these. Either a chain gun, which is 1d8 piercing, range of 90, has the analog trait, and is a projectile weapon. Disintegrator, 1d8 acid damage, range of 60 feet, tech trait, and a corrosive weapon group. A laser beam, 1d8 fire, range 60, attack and laser. Thunderclap, 1d8 sonic, range 60, tech and sonic. And then electricity for volt thrower, range 60, tech, shock. And then finally cold damage, 1d8 range increment of 60, tech and cryo. Note, you can change whatever type of damage stuff you want to do by spending 10 minutes modifying your turret inside of your custom rig to change its array to something different. No cost to you, like anything other than the time it takes to do it. Which is, I like that a lot. I just love things that are versatile in tabletop games, and this is everything with the mechanics so far is extremely versatile. Especially the turret. You're like, shit, we're about to fight some trolls. What do we do? Oh, I know. Chakunk. And just plant down a turret that does fire damage now. And you get off it, you're like, we're not gonna be fighting that anymore. Cool, I know. We're gonna be fighting some weird dudes that are scared of sonic damage. I've got just the thing. Chakunk. I love that stuff. That's what I wanted to originally play when we did Starfinder Playtest. It's really fun. The mechanic is so cool. I've only read through the mechanic so far, not the Technomancer, at least on my own time before stream. I love it. And then you have to deploy turret, which is your one action ability. Just slap the turret down. It could go into an unoccupied square within 30 feet and prime it to fire. It doesn't have to be directly next to you to unleash it onto the world. However, if it breaks or you want to go and collect it, you have to be adjacent to it. So you have to walk up to it, put it back in your backpack, and then use a 2-action activity to return to full HP and redeploy it with full HP. And you also get 2 modifications you're allowed to do if you're within reach of it. Pinpoint shot, which is you upgrade your turret's targeting system, increasing the turret's damage by an amount equal to your intelligence modifier. Or shift array, which lets you just tweak your turret's customizations, changing its array on the fly. So you can just even more just change it whenever you want using the modify action. We have to be next to it. And you have the rest of your basic mechanic stuff. At level 1, you get your feats, skill feats, general feats, skill increases. And then at 3rd level, you get scaling proficiencies in either computers or crafting. As well as getting another skill feat at these levels for either computers or crafting. So you get the, what's it called? You get the, swashbucklers type feat where it's a big acrobatics and something from your subclass, it's crafting or computers for free, and it scales. So 3rd, 7th, and 15th. Which is always great, you always love free shit. And you have mobile Exocortex. Mobile Exocortex is your third level class feature. If you have either a mine or a turret, you get the repositioned Exocortex. And if you have a drone, you get synchronized step. Repositioned Exocortex is if your mine or turret is deployed within 100 feet. You can go ahead and move one of the mines or turrets striding up to 30 feet as you direct it, meaning deployed in this new location. And the synchronized step is you and your drone each stride once as a single action, kind of like a tandem walk action. Pathfinder 2E's summoner. Mechanics with the inventor wishes it was okay, not gonna fight you on that, which is why I really like it. So I'm not gonna say anything so they don't nerf it because I love it. Don't fuck with me, please, Paizo. Don't take this away from me. I really like this class. And of course, after level, you get your ancestry feats and all that. But at level 5, you also get damage customization. You develop the tools to temporarily transmute energy from one type to another, and you've solved complex calculations required to add versatility to your physical attacks. Add the following mods to your list of options you could select with Modify. Energy versatility, if you have a grenade or a weapon that deals energy damage, you can go ahead and change its damage type to either acid, cold, electricity, fire, or sonic. And then physical versatility, if it's a grenade or weapon that deals physical damage, you can change it to be either bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing. You can fill it with rocks and have a bludgeoning shrapnel grenade if you want, which I think is really fun. I just love being able to fucking modify your grenades that you already have. Like your mines that you have out on the ground, you can just modify them. Because remember, you can modify your mines as if it was a grenade, and all the grenade modifications apply to it within 30 feet of the deployed mines. You can just be like, boop, boop, that's gonna kill you now. I just really like it. I like the mines a lot. Like, I know the turret's really cool and the drone is really awesome, but like, I just like having like balls all over the field to go and explode when I feel like it. And level 5, you get weapon expertise, as well as crit specialization on all weapons you have expert proficiency with. If you have a drone, your drone gets access to crit specializations of all weapons for which it has proficiency with. Get weapon specialization. Remote mods. A breakthrough in Exocortex design enables you to add remote mods remotely. The range at which you can modify your Exocortex increases by 30 feet. If you must be within reach of your Exocortex to modify it, increases the range to 30 feet. Oh, don't complain about things I like. I'll cry. I don't want to cry on stream. Yeah, no, I just love it. Now you can fuck with your mines up to 60 feet and fuck with your turret up to 30 feet. And at level 13, you get enduring mods. Each day, pick one mod you know, and then just apply a mod to it during daily preparations. And so you just get a free mod. Thank you so much, Weather, for the resub. Oh god, I got hiccups now. Okay. And during mods, you just pick one mod and apply it to an item during your daily preparations. It doesn't count to your mod limit that you normally have, and it lasts for 24 hours or until dismissed, so you just get one free mod. Impressive Endurance at level 13, which is what I have in real life. It just lets you get proficiency in fortitude saves increased to master, and give you the whole, if you get a normal succeed, you get a crit success instead. You get master weaponry at level 13, so it's a normal martial class. And manifold mods. Whenever you modify an item, you can select 2 mods, instead of 1. Which I just want to put so many things inside my minds. Cool, now has a bigger burst radius, and it's going to kill you with rocks. That's even better. And greater weapon specialization, critical eye, so you get legendary perception. Fastness increases in mass level 17. And then instant mods, level 19. You can modify as a free action rather than a single action. Minimize moving around. 3rd level, Mobile Exocortex. As a 1-action ability, you can go ahead and make one of your mines move 30 feet. Yeah, no, you can... My one question is, can I just modify, like, everything on my turn if I want to? and modify it twice, because I could pick 2 mods instead of 1. Can I, like, deploy a big minefield, and then, like, just modify 13 mines at once? I know I can't get an max of 13, but I can dream. Like, it's a very good question I have. Because if so, I'm going to kill a man. Thank you for the hydrate. Yes, I love how remote mod is just a class feature and doesn't require a feat slot. Yes! Does that just happen to you? I drank water. My mouth. These Exocortex stuff is giving me some necromecha vibes. It is literally a thing you stab into your brain. You control technology with your mind. It's pretty fucking cool, though. I like it. And now we're gonna get onto all the, like, the, what's it called? All the feats and stuff like that. Like, since you're a normal martial class, you start with 1 level 1 feat, and then get every feat every even level. So 2, 4, 6, 8, etc., etc. Commercial customization. If you have a drone, you can give it 1 commercial customization. You can take this feat 3 times if you want to. I don't know why you would, but you can. Critical explosion. If you have a mine Exocortex, add your intelligence modifier to your mine's damage. A creature that crit fails their save against one of your mines is additionally dealt persistent damage equal to your intelligence modifier. If the mine dealt physical damage, it's bleed damage, otherwise it's energy damage of the same type. I like it a lot. Explosive shot. This isn't even like an Exocortex specific thing. Sometimes you just fucking modify a weapon to explode stuff. You just modify a non-area weapon to deal splash damage. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of wished it scaled a little, because literally doing 1 splash damage at level 20, that's not doing nothing. Like, it might trigger a weakness, maybe. But that's only if I have a weapon that's not a non-area weapon that does a specific damage type. So like, maybe have it scale a little. I'll take 5 damage. I'll take 5 damage level 20. I'll take, like, anything that's more than 1. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just a little bit. Just a little more splash, please. If I have to use if I do spend a feat and then use an action to give this modification to a weapon I'm using, please have more than 1 damage. Please. It's a lot of cost for 1 damage. High voltage. It's a drone one. You've modified your drone's power cell to create and store a whole lot of zaptricity. And you can use the 2 action ability to have it explode out, dealing 1d6 electricity damage, in a 15-foot cone or a 30-foot line. They must make a reflex save against your class DC, and they can't use the ability again for 1d4 rounds. However, every 2 levels, increases by 1d6 damage. Can you retrain out of it later, though? I mean, I could retrain out of it later, though, but, like, early levels, I don't think 1 extra damage is gonna fucking do much for me. I'm not gonna lie. I have been in a lot of fights in the past 5.5 years, and not a single one has been have a better thingy than 1 splash damage. Because at that point, each one of my things, from the mines to the turret to the drone I have, I can make it do energy damage itself anyways. That 1 extra splash damage is not doing it for me. Maybe you're gonna reenact the TF2 Demoman cinematic. They're gonna have to glue you back together in hell. I love all of those old ass fucking intros. Meet the Sandwich is one of my favorite ones. He punched out all my blood. All of it. And then High Tech Medic, I'm not gonna lie, I really fucking love how, like, 13 different classes out of the 8 classes we've seen so far can just go into some medic / healing stuff on the side if you want to. High Tech Medic lets you store up to 3 items within your healing trait in your custom rig, and you get the following new mods: Concentrated Dosage and Heal Bot. Concentrated Dosage, you just assemble the item to deliver a powerful dose of an analgesics. If the target creature has a clumsy or sicking condition, the item decreases the value of that condition by 1. At 6th level, you can choose to suppress the persistent damage inflicting the target until the beginning of your next turn. And at level 12, you can choose to grant the target fast healing equal to your intelligence modifier or the item's level, whichever is higher, until the beginning of your next turn. Or a heal bot. If you have a drone, you command your Exocortex to deliver stored medication to a nearby ally. Your drone administers the item as an action with the manipulate trait. Healing items administered this way heal an additional amount of HP equal to your intelligence modifier to half the item's level, whichever is higher. Now this goes hand in hand with some other stuff you can do with the drone later. Like there's certain types of drone buffs, and one of them is a nurse type drone, which I really like. You just have your gun and do your own stuff, but also have a cool drone that heals stuff for you. A little medic bot. Get your own carry from Fallout. Explosive shot, big cannon. It can't be used on any area weapon, so it'll just have to be like, wow, cool, I did 1 extra damage on my 46 weapon damage dice weapon. And now we're on to some weird shit. Multidisciplinary mechanic. In addition to industrial and technological engineering, you study a specialized form of invention. Select either biotech, magitech, or necrotech. In addition, you become trained in the associated skill and gain the additional lore feat in associated lore. Biotech. Your inventions incorporate synthetic or vat-grown flesh, or might be resembling a hybrid organic machines. You become trained in nature and also get additional lore skill feat for bionic or biotech lore. This is a goopy ass motherfucker. I don't like the thought of just having this walking around. I don't know why. I just like, why did I give this robot like flesh? It doesn't need it. I think it was fine without the skin. You know, I prefer my robots boneless. But that's just me. And you have Magitech. This one's less creepy. Nearby shimmers with arcane runes or hybrid circuitry, or defy reality with their strange configurations. Exocortex's strikes gain the magic trait. You become trained in Arcana, and you also get additional lore skill feat from Magitech lore. And now you get like biotech, but worse. Necrotech. Your grisly tech might resemble a necrotic heart pulsating inside a metal rib cage or a bone. You become trained in religion and gain additional lore skill feat for necrograft lore. We taught this robot to scream. I love. I don't like that. Oh yes, my allergy meds. Especially if you have the critical explosion feat and plant a mine, you can choose a different type of damage depending on your choice of discipline. If you have explosive shot feat and you modify a weapon with the explosive shot, you can choose the splash damage dealt to be a different type of damage depending on your choice of discipline. Biotech does acid, Magitech does force, Necrotech deals void. I don't like that. I don't like what I've done to my robot. I've committed terrible acts against nature. And it does not deserve it. And then shielded turret. Your little turret now gives you normal cover instead of lesser cover, and if you take cover behind it, it gives you greater cover. So if you want to be like a guy hiding behind their turret like a coward, you can do that. And with our second level feats, we start off with area denial turret. If you have a turret, you built your turret so it can rain down widespread destruction. In addition to performing targeted shots, you can use 2 actions to area fire with your turret. When you do, your turret gains the area cone and area line trait, your choice of view area fire, and its range is halved. You an ankle biter, how the new classes. I love the mechanic. I haven't looked into the Technomancer a lot yet, but I love the mechanic. Goopy Astrozoan. I feel like if I was a Goopy Astrozoan and I gave like my like turret a heart and skin, people would look at me like a fucking weirdo, even more so than I already am. Walmart Cybermen. Yeah, no. Question. Why would I take explosive shot so my non-area weapon does 1 splash damage? Would I just take area denial and just give it an entire cone or a line to do my whole damage with to a bunch of people at once? I don't know. I don't see much of a point to it. That's just my thing, though. Biometric assessor is something I love. You uploaded your biometric and genetic database to your Exocortex and get a following modification. You modify the weapon to take a genetic sample upon contact, which you can rapidly compare to a database using your Exocortex. When the mod weapon successfully deals damage to a creature, you can immediately recall knowledge about the target as a free action with a +1 bonus to your skill check. If you are untrained in the skill, you roll for this recall knowledge check. You instead roll it as if you were trained in that skill. I love that. Like you've connected your brain to a biometric and genetic database, so every time you stab a man, you're like, boop, 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 blood type O, allergic to peanuts, kill this guy. I just really like the thought of that. Because it's like, it's an exocortex. It's like a little thing stable to your brain. And coordinated fire is one of my favorites. 2 action ability. If you have a drone or turret, you and either your drone or your turret make a ranged strike against the same target using your current multiple attack penalty. If both attacks hit, combine their damage. Apply the target's resistance and weaknesses only once. This counts as 2 attacks when calculating your multiple attack penalty. I have a drone set up to stick me with an estradiol shot every few hours. That's a lot of estrogen. I'm only supposed to do that like once a day, right? Your titties can't get any huger. I've seen the art. Amateur hour wannabe necromancy. I don't want to be necromancy. I just want to make my turret freaky, I guess. Hunker Down is another one I really like. Hunker Down's 2 action ability. You stride and take cover. And then either detonate a mine, make a ranged strike with your turret, or your drone can make a strike. So you run around like a coward, and then your other things explode stuff for you. Oh god, I've been playing Accident in Borderlands 2. I'm sorry. The shield turret called out hit me. Getting a mechanic inspired by Ultima Arrows. Why do I know what that is? Hit my tongue. Yeah, Hunker Down is great. It's 2 action ability, stride, take cover, and then shoot a man. That is 3 actions for the price of 2, and you're gonna do 2 of them anyways. Now you have cover. I just imagine you stride and take cover behind your turret and then have it shoot for you because you're double turret coward. I love it. Give yourself an instant +4 to your AC. Instant deployment. As a free action when you roll initiative, you just kind of pop out your drone, have it stride, or if you have a minor turret, just deploy the minor turret. This one's an action like condenser, but I don't really think it's that much of a worthy one. Like, sure, 1 extra action on initiative is neat and all, but like, I don't know. I'd rather do the cooler stuff. This is, I guess it's because it's not a cool thing. This is like a yay, I did a thing. Like it's helping me, but it's not cool. About half range can matter? It can. That's why I can use 1 action to move my drone. About deployment. 2 action ability, minor turret, Exocortex. You rapidly deploy your Exocortex while on the move. You can stride twice. At any point during this move, you can deploy a mine or deploy a turret. I like this one. It's okay. I think it's kind of neat. It's another action compression thing. Move twice, deploy a weird dog. But like, okay. I don't think it's as cool as Hunker Down or Coordinated Fire. But I can see it. I can see it working out. And modify drone. You can add modifies. You can add mods to your drone as if it were a weapon, applying its benefits to those mods to any weapon in its integrated weapon mount. You put me on a Lancer kick. It reminds me of how Blackbeard's sword can learn how to cut butter each time it cuts something. Yeah! Baby mode. Goodbye. Good night forever, Weather. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the tier 1 sub earlier. Tech classes. It looks so awesome looking through it myself right now. Well, I take a pill every like 8 hours. Damn, bitch. Calm down. You wake up for that shit? 3 times a day. I take them like once a day and I'm like, yay, titty. Tomorrow's was a sci-fi horror where he baby forced to evolve. That's why I know. I thought I knew. Remember, I'm smart. Yippee. My necromancy combo is about a necrotech thing. It's a future light. Yeah, I do too. My internet's dying. But I'm doing my best. I'm probably gonna end after we're done with the mechanic thing, just because my internet's not like, I'll go for maybe Wednesday. Try for the Technomancer one. See if that works out. Or then we have adaptive camouflage. It's an armor modification that lets you just be able to sneak and hide without needing any cover or concealment. You just kind of just whoop and just go invisible. You just like peace and then just woof. And concentrated explosion. The grenade mod, so you can modify to any grenade you have or your mines, because remember your mines can apply any grenade mod. You pack extra explosive into a grenade's casing. Items area is halved, rounded down, so if I burst reduced to 1 5-foot square, but it deals 1 initial die of damage. So you can switch to like a singularity type of shit. But remember, you can also add multiple mods later on as you level up. So you can apply this to make it smaller, and make it do more damage, but then apply one to make it bigger, so it just stays the default size. Remember, you can do this getting big time artillerist vibes. I love it. Yeah, and that type of artillerist was cool and good. Double detonation, once per round, 1 action. Blow shit up twice. If a creature is in the area of both these detonations, combine the damage for the purpose of calculating the creature's weaknesses and resistances. So you just kind of put a bunch of mines around some guy and just boop, explode them. And one of my favorite ones, gravitic gravitic mines. Your mines push or pull creatures in a burst of concentrated gravity. When you deploy a mine, choose one of the following effects for that mine, either black hole or big bang. When your mines detonate, they pull creatures 5 feet towards the mine, 10 feet plus, and slowed 1 on a crit failure. Or big bang, when your mines detonate, they push creatures 5 feet away from the mine in a random direction, or 10 feet plus knocked prone on a crit failure. This is forced movement and does not trigger reactions. If this movement would move a creature into a space it can't occupy, the creature stops moving in a space it can last occupy. You have self-destruct, 2 actions. Turret Exocortex. You make your turret explode. You just get the Goddard self-destruct, and then deal 1d6 piercing damage and 1d6 fire damage to all creatures in a 20-foot emanation. 20 feet's a big emanation. I think it's better than explode. Like what's the thing? The one thing that the inventor can use? Your turret isn't destroyed, so you just walk up to it and pick it up and put it back out, though. This feels weird to me, because, like, I don't know how often I'm going to use it for that level of damage. Like, level plus 2, it increases by 1d6, but only the piercing does. Like, it feels like low damage should have to pick up and redeploy shit. And then tactical drone. During your encounter, even if you don't command your robot companion, you can still use 1 action that round on your turn to stride or strike. You can do this at any point during your turn, as long as you aren't currently taking an action. If it does, that's all the actions it gets that round. You can't command it later. Ah, I understand. More titty, please. Waiter! More boob, please! And now we're in the 6th level feats. Reaction auto target if you have a drone or turret Exocortex. A creature within 30 feet of your drone or turret uses a move action or leaves a square during your move action it's using. Shoot them! It's just attack opportunity, but like shooting them, but no extra thing on a critical hit. Everybody wish they were bigger. Give me, give me. Cloaking Companion, one action, drone or turret. Your drone turret activates its specialized camouflage device and gets concealment until you begin your next turn. However, if you are 14th level, it gets concealment until level 14. It gets concealment. It lasts for 1 minute. Defensive programming. If you have a drone, it's the covering posture, actually. Excuse me, not cowering posture. It's not a kobold. Your drone enters a defensive stance that shields nearby allies from harm, and it remains ready to adjust the positioning to maintain all protection. All allies that remain adjacent to your drone gain lesser cover until the start of your next turn. UPF 2E. It's not Pathfinder 2E, it's Starfinder 2E. Double deployment, one action. Deploy 2 mines. Both mines must be within 30 feet of each other. So you can use double deployment for 1 action, and then 1 action later use double detonation to explode both mines you just put down. Tactical customization. You have a tactical drone. You can give it 1 tactical customization. You can select up to 3 times if you want to. I don't know if you want to. Tactical team up. 2 action ability if you have a turret Exocortex. Your turn unleashes a hail of gunfire at a creature. With its first range increment, creating an opening for you to press your attack. Your turret makes a range strike against the target. Then you make a range strike against the target. The target is then off guard against your strike. I don't know if I like this one. What are we looking at? We're looking at Starfinder 2E's Mechanic Playtest. I don't know if I like tactical team up because you still have your multiple attack penalty against the target that is off guard, so it only goes to like a -3. But coordinated fire, destruction ability, you both attack it, no map, and also apply both damages together for resistance and weaknesses. So like, coordinated fire is just, I think, is just a better version of tactical team up at like 2 levels lower, 4 levels lower. So like, I'm just gonna give it the attack opportunity and ignore that this feat exists, because why would I ever take that? It is just a worse version of this one up here in my open onion. Like, where in the world would I choose to make 1 attack at normal no map, then 1 attack at like -3 map, versus just making 2 attacks at no map? But I just don't see a reason to ever pick up tactical team up. But that's all of the 6th level feats. Moving on to 8th level, we have activate targeting systems. 1 action ability. The next time before the end of your turn that you, your drone, or your turret makes an attack roll, the attack ignores services penalties to attack roll, which is cover and stuff like that, as well as any flat check required to target concealed or hidden stuff. Minions! Obliterate that twink! A set of turrets, gutlins, and mines exploding. Yeah, activate target system is just nice to ignore cover, as well as ignore concealed and hidden. Ooh, that's legal, no! Refine chassis. You just make your drone bigger. Here's the thing. It doesn't use the name of, like, you know how like the animal companions in Pathfinder have like savage animal companion or whatever? Nimble or savage? This is graceful or burly. Don't worry, Jeffrey, you are not a savage robot. You're just a bit burly. I think it's cute. And you have Cloaking Field. Cloaking Field is a modification you can apply to your armor or Exocortex. You customize the armor to emit a Cloaking Field and a 5-foot emanation. All creatures within the field become concealed, and those outside the area become concealed, those within. You and your drone, if applicable, not your turret though, only you and your drone, can see through the cloaking field uninhibited. Expansive array. You want your turret to do even more different weird damage types? How about 2d8 mental damage, 2d8 poison damage, 2d8 vitality damage, or 2d8 void damage? Hi, is that Jenny? Hi, Jenny. My stream's currently imploding because my internet's dying, but we're talking about the mechanic, which I love it the most. Here is no space Princess J in chat is another one of the Paizo devs who are working on Starfinder 2nd Edition. I love them. I love them. I love Dustin who hangs out in chat. So many fun people that just make this game and just show up sometimes. I love it. I love Expansive Array. Just being able to shoot somebody with like evil death damage is fun. You can add 2 of these to your array, I believe. Yeah, you get 2 of them. So you can take the feat a second time to go and add 2 other ones. Gravitic Dampener is another 1-action ability. If your turret, your drone, or one of your deployed mines radiates a 10-foot radius emanation of difficult terrain, which moves with the drone. It is immune to difficult terrain created by its own aura, and this aura lasts for a number of rounds equal to your intelligence modifier. I sure like the fact that you can put it on a mine even though you're probably going to explode it anyways. You just force them to step into, like, sad, difficult terrain. So you can't step into it and just explode. Instant install. If you use your custom rig to install an upgrade rather than a repair toolkit, you can install upgrades as a single action, which is very fast. You just go chunk. I don't think I'd ever take this feat because it's like a quality of life feat versus like, you know, exploding things better. That's just me. And transmutive casting. Or casing, I can't read. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Is an Exocortex or weapon thing. Damage dealt by this item is inflicted by one of your following special materials of your choice, either coal iron or silver. And at 60th level, you can either add adamantine and octanite to the list of options. You can add to your weird dog. I'm just imagining you fighting like a weird space fae. You throw out a fucking minefield of cold iron mines. That's just so rude, but I love it. Going on to 10th level feats, we have advanced customization. Your drone gets 1 advanced customization. You can then also take this feat 3 times, like every other feat of this type. Energy expulsion. 2-action ability for the turret Exocortex. Make a range strike with your turret. On hit, initial energy from the shot is expelled around your turret, dealing damage to creatures in your choice of a 10-foot emanation or a 15-foot cone. All creatures in the area take damage equal to your turret's range strike with the basic reflex signature mechanic class. This is fucking nuts. This is awesome. It's like, it's just making the range strike and stun buddy, then everyone around you has to make a saving throw or take the same damage of your range strike. That's really poggers. Of course, you don't want to use this when you're like, you know, using your turret for cover, but like, hey, it's really cool. Yeah, go ahead and punch my turret, asshole, see if I care. And since it can be a cone too, it can like hit the same dude you shot at, but hit him again. I just really like it a lot, honestly. The corn does keep trying to kill me. Sorry. Flickering Shield. It's an armor modification. Creature wearing this modded armor gains temp HP equal to 5 plus your intelligence modifier and regains HP equal to your intelligence modifier every round the shield is active. It lasts for 1 minute or until dismissed. And then the item or Exocortex becomes temporarily immune to your flickering shield mod for 10 minutes. And I'm missing you on my burly bot. We have proximity alert mines. This is my favorite one. Whenever you deploy a mine, this isn't a modification mine. This is a free thing you get. Whenever you deploy a mine, you can choose to make the deployed mine a proximity alert mine. If you do, the mine automatically detonates when a creature enters or leaves a square within the burst area of mine. This does not take an action, and you can choose to delay the mine. You can't choose to delay the detonation when it would trigger. So this is any creature, not just your enemies. So you can have it explode your friends if they're not careful, or you're not careful, or you place your mines. But at the same time, no reaction to explode a man. I'm here for it. I love it. And rocket boosters. Your drone gains a 20-foot flying speed. Additionally, gets the activate Thrusher's action. Once per 10 minutes, your drone strides twice, moving through spaces of any creature in the way, dealing 5 to 6 bludgeoning damage with a basic reflex save DC. Your saves against your class DC. Set crit fails at saving throws, additionally knocks prone. Your drone's movement doesn't trigger any reactions as well. This is just a really cool thingy. You only do it once per 10 minutes, so it's once per fight ability, but I'm fine with that. I'm always afraid it's gonna be like a once per day thing and I'll never use it. And the damage scales every 2 levels. The deploy bunker I really like. It's a 1-action ability from either your drone or your turret. You create a 5-foot wide metal wall in a space adjacent to your drone or turret. Or you extend a wall you've already created by 5 additional feet. The walls created by your Exocortex are 1 inch thick, 5 feet high, and are placed vertically on a border between squares. It must be placed on a solid horizontal area. The walls are part of your Exocortex, sharing the same statistics and HP. These walls automatically retract back into your Exocortex if the drone or turret that created the walls moves or is forced to move from its location. Having those walls up is really cool. It gives you cover. It gives you a bunch of other cool stuff. But I just really fucking like the idea of you just having like 9 walls extended from it, and someone pushes it, and it goes tick 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 as you retract inside of it as it comes to it like a fucking measuring tape. Just fling back into it and fling it somewhere. Glitch Pulse is really mean. Glitch Pulse is a mod for Exocortex or a weapon. Strikes from the modded Exocortex weapon disrupt technology. On a hit, strikes cause a random tech item held by the target to gain glitching. Glitching 3 for 1 round. However, this creature is a tech trait. The creature must attempt a fortitude save against your class DC. On a failure, it's glitching for 3 for 1 round. And a crit failure, it's glitching 3 for 1 minute. You just fuck Dave up completely. He's not doing shit. And they have healing mines. It's a mine modification. You pack featherlight cartridges with sterile syringes full of concentrated analgesics. Your mines heal amount of HP they would normally deal damage. I like it a lot. I just think it's cool. Just being able to, like I said, I like classes that have healing stuff built into it. This is like the second thing the mechanic has. It's also exclusive for the mines. And since you get 2 mines back every single 10 minutes you spend in like exploration mode, you can just deploy 2 mines at the end of a combat to heal all your homies up. And then like you can use the boost damage for your modifications to it, so it heals even more. And then you just get those 2 back after spending 10 minutes like doing something else, like treat wounds or whatever. So be the ultimate mine medic. It is only at level 12, so it's a little late, but I really like it. Spinning blades. Your drone gets the spin to win action. Whoever wrote that, I love you. I fucking love that. 2 actions. Your drone reconfigures itself into a gyroscope and spins around like a Beyblade, colliding with anything in range. Your drone deals its melee damage to all creatures within a 20-foot emanation. Foot emanation is a big emanation. It deals its melee strike damage, which you can make be like a bunch of dice damage, so up to like 40, whatever. It has a recharge of 1d4 rounds. Like, so you can't just spam it. However, its damage scales up to by 1d6 every 2 levels? That's like a maximum of, like, if you, let's say you have a d6 weapon on your weird dog. That's 46 damage, plus an extra 46 damage. That's 86 damage to everything in a 20-foot emanation. I'm here for it. I like it. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, Nicoffin. Is the scaling correct? I don't know. But I'm not going to say anything, so it stays in the book. Ignore the Starfinder devs in chat right now. They aren't real. They don't have to know our secrets. Yeah, I don't know if it's supposed to scale. Like, if it was originally supposed to do a set damage type and it had it scaling, or if it is literally just, hey, by the way, kill a man, kill 20 men in a 20-foot emanation. I don't know, but I'm cool with either. Advanced drone. You get an advanced companion thingy. It's what you expect out of drones and stuff. Advanced targeting system. If you have the activate targeting system, once per 10 minutes, when you roll an attack roll that's affected by activate targeting system, you can choose to add the fortune trait to the roll and then roll the attack twice to make the higher result. It's okay. Fortune effects and rerolling stuff is always nice, and it's only once per 10 minutes, so it's not like you can only do it once per day, which is always good. It is once per encounter, though. Convertible chassis. I know this means you can convert its chassis to different things, but I like to think it just pops the hood off. There's a tiny man inside with the windows down and the top off, just chilling inside the robot. Reconfiguring your drone into a different chassis is a 1-hour activity with the concentrate and manipulate traits. Things like this feat, choose one chassis as your alternate chassis. Your drone gets the mobile reconfiguration action. To action flourish ability, your drone reconfigures into its alternate chassis. It remains in the new configuration to command it to perform its action again. So you swap it from one type to another type, which is really, really cool. I kind of fucking love that. Yeah, my guy is a murderer and also a nurse. And Synchronize Advance, to action ability, drone orc, turret, Exocortex. You move forward alongside your Exocortex, attacking or remaining defensive. If you have a drone, you synchronize step. If you have a turret, you stride and reposition Exocortex. If you have this movement adjacent to your drone or turret, you make a range strike and take cover behind your drone or turret. That is a stupid amount of action compression that I really, really like. 2 actions. You and your turret and our drone both walk. If you end up next to each other, which you probably will if you're going to do this, you both shoot a man and then take cover behind them. It'd be cool if your drone could take cover behind you as well. I think that'd be really cool to have back to back guns out, ready to kill a man. But I get why. Repairing Exocortex is pretty much what it says on the tin. Either your drone or turret gains fast healing 5. If it takes electricity damage, the fast healing deactivates at the end of your next turn. Hey, dipshit idiot. Superior customization. If you have the superior drone feat, there it is. Your drone gains 1 superior customization. You can take this 3 times again if you want to. And then terraforming mines. If you have the gravity mines feat from earlier, it lets you do big bang or gravity field stuff. On top of we had earlier, you can deploy a mine and choose one of the following effects here. When your mines detonate, they push creatures 5 feet away from the mine in a random direction. 10 feet knocked prone on a crit failure. Or gravity mines, when your mines detonate, the area affected by the gravity explosion becomes your choice of high gravity, low gravity, normal gravity, or 0 gravity for 1 minute. 0 gravity sucks. You don't want to be in a zero gravity minefield. Just saying zero gravity minefield sounds terrifying. You don't want that. That's bad for your health. Just float around, unable to do anything. Sort of swim out, kind of. And we have level 18 feats, Elite Drone. You personalize your drone, creating a marvel of technology that is also an exquisite work of art. Your drone becomes a specialized companion. I love how much they're doing AoE in class. Stuff in Starfinder. Yeah, same! So cool. And during Exocortex. Painstaking contingency plans and reliable backup power source allows your Exocortex to continue processing data and following your programming even when you're unconscious or dying. If you have 0 HP and everybody's unable to act, your Exocortex remains functional, can take 3 actions per round on your turn. You're enduring Exocortex and act while you're dying or unconscious, but ceases to function if you fucking die. I just really love that. You're like, my brain, I'm fainting. And your gun is just like, daka, 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 irregardless. And then permanent mod as a 10 action activity. A 10-minute activity, excuse me, 10 actions. If you concentrate and manipulate traits, you can apply one permanent mod to a non-consumable item. This mod does not count your total number of maintained mods unless you apply the mod in this way again. You should have another mod. You should have 2 mods that you can just have forever on the shit whenever you want. Which I really like. And then auto loop, 20th level. As for each enemy's turn, you gain additional reactions as you can use on that turn for a mechanic reaction. So like you have your weird turn attack opportunity, you can just do it forever. Or you have a fucking minefield set up. If 3 guys start moving, all 3 of those guys are getting exploded. I love it. I love feats like these. They're really fun. More reactions is more fun. During Exocortex is insane. You can command your nurse drone to res you. Yeah, you can. I didn't even think about that. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do. Multitasker. You're permanently quickened and can use your extra action to command your drone, fire your turret, or detonate a mine. So it's just action compression. Asterisk. Not like compressing it, but like give you an extra. And then the ultimate drone. With your guidance and consciousness upgrades, your drone transcends its code and develops true artificial intelligence. Your drone becomes a creature with tech trait that has free will, but otherwise uses companion statistics. Your drone can act independently even if you're out of range or unconscious. You and your drone each roll initiative and can take better results of either one. Let's make the following adjustments. Increase 2 of its attribute modifiers by 2, and apply the extra benefits from one path listed below. Once per day can be a drag to track. It can, and it's also just drag to use because wow, I used my one ability once every 2-3 sessions. I'm glad you share my opinions on once per day abilities because they make me really angry. Because every time I see a cool ability, I'm like, wow! I'm gonna use this twice and never again. Yeah, the different ones. There's Bodyguard. It gets Master in Athletics. These drones' strength and con modifiers increased by 1. Its specialty ranking on armor attacks and integrated weapons increases to Master, and it gains an additional integrated weapon. Diplomat. Master in Diplomacy and its charisma modifier increases by 2. He has no cause for alarm feat. Eva. Master Performance and Media Lore. Drone's charisma modifier increases by 2. It gains fascinating performance. Hacker. Your drone is a master in computers. And its intelligence modifier increases by 2. And it gains computer hack feat. The combat hack feat, excuse me. And then Nurse. Becomes Master Medicine, and its wisdom modifier increases by 2. And it gains the battle medicine feat. You are being rescued. Please do not resist. I just really like it. I like the Master Ultimate Bodyguard thingy, Ultimate Drone. I like it a lot. And now we're gonna look at Robot Companions. Robot Companions are cool. Look at this little Dave. Little Scrunkly Dave, tiny robot with a big gun. I love Scrunkly Dave. He has like 3 guns too, one on the top and one on the other arm. We talked about all the robot companion stuff earlier. It has all the construct communities you think of. And any size increases it would gain as a result of advancement are optional, not mandatory. And on top of that, they start with 1 commercial customization of your choice. I gotta go to work, but technical answer. But it's cool to see more VTubers with Pathfinder Starfinder stuff and channel check on. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. I'm probably gonna end stream after Mechanic is done, so you go to see me do Technomancer on Wednesday if my internet prevails. Hopefully. And you have a bunch of different companion types. These are the different chassis that you could swap before we saw earlier. Base companion types are Agile, Imitator, Powerful, Surveillance, and Tank. You probably guess what they do. Agile, small or medium, lightweight, built for agility. +3 dex, +1 strength, +2 con, -4 int, +2 whiz, -1 charisma. 6 base HP, trained in acrobatics, has low light vision. A normal movement speed of 40 feet and a 20-foot climb speed. That's nuts. Support benefit: an item or weapon in the robot companion is carrying is launched up to 20 feet in the air. You interact to catch the item. I just think it's really cool. I don't think I'd ever use the support benefit, but I really like the look of it. Just you having your little robot dog throw stuff to you. I really like it. How you doing? I'm doing great. For asking, Sharptooth. Universe who has a terrifying zero gravity minefield with invisible mines? That's cheating! You can't do that. It has advanced maneuver, surgical strike, 2 action ability. Hero companion strides and makes an integrated blade strike. If it hits, the robot companion was undetected, the target takes additional 1d6 precision damage. If your robot companion is tactical advanced, increases to 2d6. And if it was undetected at the start of the surgical strike, it remains undetected until after the strike. Which is really cool. I think it's a rogue feat. I don't remember what it's called though. Support benefit reminds me of R2 shoot Luke lightsaber in episode 6. Yes! The stream laggers, you. Oh no, trust me, the stream is lagging. My internet is not happy with me today. Imitator chassis. Your robot companion was built to imitate living creatures. Size varies. You can choose it to imitate another ancestry, and it becomes like what it looks like the other ancestry. And with its speed. This one's terrifying to me. This one is made to look like a normal ancestry. This is like, who made the sex robot? I need you to be like, I need somebody to tell me right now, who designed sex robot? It looks exact same as a normal ancestry one. It has the same speed as the ancestry. And has a +2 bonus to deception checks to impersonate the chosen ancestry. Support benefit. Your robot companion focuses on the same target as you, distracting one enemy within your first range of its weapon. To start your next turn, your strikes against that target deal damage, make the target off guard. This is a sex robot. I don't want anything else. This is a robot made to look like a person, move like a person, act like a person, and has a distracting thing as its support benefit. That's a sex robot. I don't know anyone else saying that's a sex robot. I'm not judging you for it. I just want to know who's responsible so I can shake their hand, because that's just fucking wild. I love it. And their advanced maneuvers disturbing display, 1 action ability. Your robot companion morphs its features to throw its opponent off balance. The robot companion attempts to demoralize and using deception of intimidation. This display gains the visual trait and loses the linguistic trait. While frightening this ability, the target is off guard your companion. I like to think that they do the whole thing from Men in Black 1 where the bug guy who's wearing that weird farmer guy's skin pulls his face back and is like, Argh. Powerful chassis, medium or large. Melee, hydraulic fist or serrated blade. Shwink, shwink, shwink. I love it. Strength +3, dex +1, con +2, -4, whiz +2, charm -1. 8 HP, train in athletics, has low vision, speed of 30. For benefit, your robot companion mercilessly tears with its saw. At the start of your next turn, your strikes that deal damage to the creatures robot companion threatened also deal 1d6 damage, which increases to 2d6 of its commercial advance. Then hydraulic flipper. That sounds like a wrestling move. Action ability, companion makes a melee strike on success, it automatically knocks the target prone. I just like hydraulic flipper. You just fucking suplex a man. I like it. Surveillance chassis. I really like this one. This is like a flying drone. It's a small-sized drone. It does a tiny little dinky 1d4 spark damage. No strength. Higher whiz at +3, and then a +3 dex as well. Has dark vision. I think it's the only one that has dark vision. The hydraulic flipper advanced maneuver gives me battle bots vibes. Oh yeah! I even think about that. I love that actually now. I love it even more now. Support benefit. And at the start of your next turn, creatures adjacent to the surveillance drone cannot flank you or cause you to become off guard. But my favorite thing, blinding spotlight, advanced maneuver, 2 action ability, flashbang. Pick a guy, flashbang him. Just dazzle them until their next turn, or until it uses an action to avert its gaze. This also points out a creature if it was undetected by you or one of your more allies. And you just fucking beep boop, ham, spotlight, right in the eyes. Love it. So rude. And then take chassis, medium or large again. Has +2 strength, +1 dex, +3 con, +2 wisdom. And has a little bit of a baby battering ram, 1d6 bludgeoning damage. Has 10 HP, skilled in athletics. It has low light vision, 20-foot movement speed. And support benefit is your robot companion assists you in battle. You gain a +1 bonus to your next attack roll. Strike a foe the robot companion's reach. The bonus lasts until the first time you use it, or until the beginning of your next turn, whichever comes first. And the advanced mover, Ram Slam. Not to be confused with Ram Jam, the band that made Will Black Betty. Action ability. Robot companion strides a straight line and makes a battering ram strike as long as it moved at least 20 feet. In a successful hit, the target is pushed back 10 feet. It'd be cool if it was pushed back like 15 or 20 if it was a crit, but I get why you did. But it'd be cool though. Objective, Terry Almy bags. HK47 is inside of my YouTube chat right now at the perfect time as we're talking about robot drone attack companions. Also, hello, Alchemist. I'm gonna customizations. There's a bunch of different customizations you can add. Commercial ones all the way up to, I believe they're called, where is it? Yeah, Superior. Armored plates. Get a bonus bonus AC or +2 if it's a superior robot companion. Artificial personality gets an artificial personality. You can attempt skill checks that require charisma. It can also speak common. Product capitation gives it 20-foot move speed. Cameras let you use your comm unit or a silver device to see through your weird dog's eyes. Climber gives it climb speed. Flyer gives it a fly speed. Grounded, it loses its weakness to electricity. Integrated weapon mount. Okay, my question is, does the grounded commercial customization get rid of the whole self-repairing Exocortex thingy? Because this one, if it takes electricity damage, its fast healing deactivates. If I get grounded, does that get rid of that, or does it still take that? Integrated weapon mount. Your robot companion becomes trained in a simple and martial weapon. As one weapon mount, you can install a weapon into this weapon mount as a 10-minute activity with the manipulate trait. Weapon is installed this weapon mount. Your robot companion can wield the weapon and can't be disarmed with the weapon. You can take this customization twice to gain a second weapon mount. Light mount to give it light linguistic upload so it can speak 2 additional languages. Dexterity, your robot companion can use up to 2 of its limbs as if they were hands to perform manipulate actions. Night vision sensors, gets dark vision. Olfactory receptors, gets a sniffy sniff as an imprecise sense within 30 feet. Skill module becomes trained in the selected skill. You can select this customization repeatedly, choose a different skill each time. Speakers, giving you speakers to allow you to speak through your drone. And upgrade slots, so you can add one upgrade armor slot. Tactical customizations has a bunch of stuff. Like biotech healing circuit. It's no longer immune to healing. It can be healed over a living creature. Burrower gives it a burrow speed. Echolocation. A bunch of stuff like that. I just really like high speed. Your robot companion increases one of its speeds to 40 feet. I'm not gonna go through all of them, just the ones I really like. Emergency reboot is really helpful. If your robot companion would be reduced to A0 HP by damage as a free action with the concentrate, you can just initiate emergency reboot. If your robot companion is reduced to 1 HP and shuts down completely for 1 minute, during this minute it becomes immune to damage. It can't be harmed. It can't take any actions. Emergency repair once every 10 minutes. Your drone can be use a single action to initiate an emergency repair sequence, like the robot from Zathura. Restoring HP equal to its level. If your drone is superior, it's equal to twice its level. Sapient, you can give it Sapient, so it's not fully autonomous yet. It's no longer immune to mental or spirit damage. Its intelligence increases to +0 and can attempt actions that require intelligence and charisma. It can be common. Due to the stress of combat, it must still command your robot companion to battle, act for it. You know, the stream's, my internet's dying. That's why the stream's connection quality is garbo. And Superior. Glow Up is one of my favorite ones. Superior is just, Glow Up is just, proficiency for diplomacy increases to expert or master for expert, and its charisma modifier increases to +3. Must have artificial personality or saving customization to select this optimization. Make it goofy. And then the speed star gives it +10 speeds, +10 status bonus to all its speeds. I'm gonna sneeze. Agility optimization. Your robot companion is agile and graceful. Movement doesn't trigger reactions. Acrobatics. And camouflage. Robot can sneak in the selected biome if you choose either plains or urban, or select one biome in general, even if it's currently observed. And it increases to expert. Stealth or master was already expert. Like hormones with synthetic being. But yeah, that was all of the mechanic stuff that I'm gonna go over tonight. Unfortunately, my internet is being all fucky wucky and mean to me. I don't know why. But we will go ahead and try for what's it called? A better stream on Wednesday when we go over to Technomancer. It's a really cool class. It's a spellcasting class all about like jailbreaking and modifying your spells, as well as doing a bunch of other really cool technological shit. Thank you for the stream. Thank you so much for standing by. I gotta think of someone I want to raid. I'm gonna move over to the just chatting over real quick. Watch your ear. Oh, my friends is live. Let me see. Anyone else do? Joe Cat, maybe. He's doing some fun stuff. Yeah, fuck it, Joe Cat. He's doing some miniature painting and model kit stuff, I believe. Still gonna raid into Joseph, one of my homies. Thank you all for coming here and sticking it out with my garbled internet. Unfortunately, it didn't go as well as I planned, but hey, life sometimes. We'll be back on Wednesday for more Technomancer fun time. I'll see you then. Bye.